So before I get into actual content of this video, I wanted to share this beautiful view with you so that you maybe get inspired, or I don't know, whatever. And yeah, just look at it, man. It's stunning. And if you were wondering why I have goggles with me, that's because I am filming a downhill biking video. What I do is it will be a part of it, and it's for my second channel. Maybe I will leave the link for my second channel in the description, but for now, enjoy this beautiful view, man. Now to actually what I wanted to talk about. As you can see, it even started raining, but the forest is even more beautiful than when I was outside of it. And so this is something that I have just realized, and it's that I have somewhat like two voices in my head. One of them is the one which I always hear. It's just basically my thoughts. But then once in a while the second one comes in without me realizing it. And it always talks, or it always thinks in negative ways. So I have my school leaving exams soon, and I have been stressing about them so much that I wasn't able to put in the work as I used to. That's why I'm not uploading as much. And the single reason why I am so stressed about my exams is actually my second voice. And the thing is that whenever I think rationally about those tests, I know that I would, or I will pass, even if I won't prepare. But my second voice always comes in, and it starts like feeding my brain all those negative thoughts, and then all those negative thoughts then turn into negative emotions, and then in general I don't really feel well, and I'm not that productive anymore. And so that's one thing which I have found out. But then there is the second one, and that is how I actually was able to beat that second voice. And it's pretty simple. All you have to do is to be mindful. And what you can do to actually be mindful is to do meditations. There are many simple meditations which you can do. You can search them up. The most simple one is that you just sit down, and what you try to do is to don't think about anything. Basically focus on your breathing, or focus on one thing, but not on your thoughts. Anytime any kind of thought comes up into your brain, what you do is you will realize that you have that thought, and you will get back to focusing on that single thing that you were focusing on before. And that could be your breathing, as I mentioned. And so you can do that for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however long you can actually do it for. And so that is the best way how you can improve your mindfulness. And that brings me to what I actually do. So many times I get that second voice, or I realize that the second voice is speaking. I realize at the same time that it means that it's not true, that what that voice is saying or talking about is not true. And right as I realize that it's my second voice speaking, that I don't want to listen to, my rational side begins to take control again. And I realize that all those things my second voice was talking about were fake or were exaggerated. And so what you can take out of this lesson, it will be a short one, but I wanted to share it with you because it actually was somewhat mind-blowing for me. Because as I mentioned, I was super stressed from those tests, and I didn't know what to do. I was so stressed actually that I didn't even study, which is kind of weird. When I'm stressed from tests, I'm not studying for them. But that's how much stress I was going through, because I wasn't even able to study for the thing that I was stressed of. And I also wasn't able to work at all, to be honest, because of that. And so it was a huge thing for me, because anytime that voice would start speaking, I would realize that it's my second voice. My rational one would take control, and I would again realize that there is nothing to worry about, that I have all the time I need to actually prepare for those tests. When I'm talking about this specific example, it could be something else, you are stressed from, I don't know, a training session in the gym, because you are, I don't know, afraid of talking to people or having to socialize with people there. You need to pay for the entrance and so on, so you have to talk to the receptionist. And so that's most likely the same thing. Your second voice is actually taking control. It says that many bad things can happen. You will, I don't know, say something weird. The receptionist will look at you weird, and you will feel bad about it. But that's, as I mentioned, your second voice. What you have to realize is that there is nothing to worry about. Like, when you think about it, in actually less than 100 years, all the people around us will be underground, including us. And so there is nothing really to worry about. And hopefully you have found this video valuable. And if so, you can leave a comment to boost the algorithm, and you can maybe state your own opinion about this point. And you can watch this video next if you are interested.